Hello dear viewer, my name is Chris and this is not my normal kind of video. I don't do gaming videos, this isn't a gaming channel, it's just not me, it's not something I want to get into. But I did have this experience a few weeks ago on Grand Theft Auto Online, which is a game I enjoyed playing, and I just felt the need to share it with somebody. Now a few weeks ago they had this event where they left a bunch of peyote plants scattered around the map. When you eat, or your character rather, eats one of these peyote plants, they have a spiritual experience and can change into an animal, and because peer pressure is a thing, I decided I needed to try it. So after discovering the location of one of these peyote plants, I proceeded there as quickly, safely and legally as I could, although I did end up trespassing on this NPC's property, but they're an NPC who gives a flying squirrel. Speaking of animals, I ended up ingesting one of these peyote plants and transformed it into my final form, which turned out to be this salty sea dog. Now if memory serves, I believe I had a bounty on my head at this point, I can't remember what for.
Please.
However, I was not entirely sure, so I decided to just check in with the local community, which they confirmed that indeed I did have a bounty on my head. Luckily, I'm an attention whore and found this to be exceptional news. So with a price on my head and fur on my back, I decided to hightail it out of there. However, I was being pursued by the most deadly animal of all, the Grand Theft Auto player. Now, having short little legs, I could not outrun the great beast, but I could outsmart him. I zigzagged, serpentined, and run through the underbrush, avoiding his armour-piercing rounds. Eventually though, he did catch up to me, and what he didn't realise was I had him exactly where I wanted him. After literally running circles around him, I decided to strike him down with Tiger Fury, and by Tiger Fury I mean dog aggression. Realising that he may be in shock from what just happened, I decided to bring him back to reality by reminding him what just happened. I then asked him how he felt about it. I was not rubbing it in, I was genuinely concerned for his well-being. Unable to live with the crushing weight of his own failure, he called me a hacker. I had the unfortunate duty of letting him know that this was a feature in the game, and that this armed and armoured player had really just lost to a little dog nipping at his heels. He settled on an appropriate response, which was to come at me with an attack helicopter, firing missile after missile in my direction. After surviving the first barrage, I eventually succumbed, and he had finally claimed the $1,000 bounty that was on this little dog. But the real question remains, was it worth it? To discover that either I am the greatest player of all time, or he is the worst. He literally lost to a little dog.